went to crop. Hey everyone, I just want to let you know that I came back from crop last week or so. It's been a little bit, been a heck of a time teaching lately. But I just wanted to give you my honest opinion of crop and just kind of wanted to let you guys know. First things first. The first day. First day wasn't bad, in truth. Check-in was at 9 o'clock for the thing. However, mine was an afternoon session, and I wish I kind of knew that a little bit. I would probably got a little bit more sleep and kind of just chilled out a little bit more. But it actually worked out really well. I went to a coffee shop early in the morning. Black Sheep, which I highly recommend. Their pastries and coffee were absolutely delicious, and that's kind of coming from a coffee addict as well, so highly recommend them. I also got a chance to go to the Austin Art Museum and just kind of explore downtown Austin. If you do go, I recommend taking Ubers. Ubers are probably going to be your lifesaver than rather taking your car downtown, as I saw parking being extremely high price in my opinion, but that's kind of up to you. I just highly recommend doing an Uber. Next thing was I was able to go to Mass and do all the stuff. I'm Catholic, if you haven't already kind of gotten aware. But it was a beautiful time, and then I got to the actual workshop for this guy right here, Creative Pain, Tyler, who, by the way, is just an amazing human being, and got to go to his class, and it was absolutely amazing what to experience with that. I mean, just to kind of give you guys a little bit more of a thing, he made this beautiful workshop folder, and I'm a little sad that we ran out of time to go through this whole thing, but I'm glad he made it just because I'm able to look at it at any point in time, and it was an absolute pleasure to be there at the workshop with him and learn his way of doing design. And honestly, his stuff is amazing to go through. In truth, I'm gonna put a link to his Instagram right here. But absolutely amazing person. His process is so simple yet so complex at the same time, and his workshop was, again, I cannot express. I think he's having one in the fall somewhere. I'm not 100% sure where, but if you can, highly recommend get a workshop with him because it is just absolutely amazing. Plus, he's just a cool dude. He showed up with his little character on, pencil head, and it was just a good time. You know, it was just a good learning experience. I won't lie, I was extremely nervous because I saw a bunch of graphic designers that I admire and, you know, got to meet, which was awesome. After that, the workshop, it was kind of just a little bit more downtown time, and then we had the party, the meet and greet party, and that was absolutely awesome. It was in a place called The Preacher, which I believe is a graphic design firm, and just a really cool place. They had an art gallery, which I love the art that was there. It was just kind of like really melancholy kind of style, and kind of just overall just a cool vibe, and just cool. It was just amazing. Great drinks, great food, which was awesome, and just overall just really good vibes. I mean, I couldn't say more. I will say this as a first time goer to crop, and especially for that party, I felt a little out of place. Now granted, I'm a very introverted person, but I'm an introvert extrovert kind of person where you get to know me, I'm extrovert. But I got to meet people, got to meet Big Mike from Creative South. He was awesome. I got to meet the guy from Adobe, Andrew from Adobe, who before going into really a deep dive with graphic design, I would watch the Adobe Lives with him, and absolutely amazing person. Really, really friendly. Both of them were absolutely great. I got a bunch of stuff from The Preacher. They make their own little like newspapers. Sadly, I took them to my classroom, so I can't show them right now, but they're absolutely amazing and really cool. I got a shirt from that firm, which is super cool. And again, just good vibes. Like that's something I cannot say enough with Crop. Is just I just got good vibes. But yeah, that was pretty much day one. I got to just go back to the Airbnb, which that was a really cool experience because I got to be in an Airstreamer, which was really fun. Day two of Crop was absolutely wonderful. I mean, it was an early morning again. Got to go to the coffee shop, which again, Black Sheep, highly recommend if you go down to Austin, go there. Really affordable, really good coffee, and really good pastries, which again, I cannot stress. As a coffee connoisseur, really good. 10 out of 10 in my opinion. So I think I had to be there by 9. I got there around 8:45 because I knew they had vendors. Again, that was kind of a checkup day as well. So if you didn't check in for the workshops and you wanted to go for the talks, then that was the day to do it. They had great vendors. I got to see the people of Good Type, who Katie and them were, they were sweet. Got their book, which I was super excited that they had copies of because I really wanted that book. But didn't have a chance to purchase it at the time, so had a chance to do it. Got it. Got the shirt for Crop right here that they screen printed right in front of me, which was absolutely amazing to see. I did that in college and really appreciate print, especially screen printing like that. So really, really cool to see. Got to see a couple more vendors. Got to see their work, which was awesome. They had a coffee, which was very much well liked. Howard Hall was kind of our main host, who kind of introduced everyone. Really good guy, really funny, great person. Like I cannot express like just good people, man. Like that. Brad Stone King, who was kind of the first person to go up there. His energy, and he was actually the owner of Preacher, which was super cool. But he, just amazing guy, really amazing energy, like holy cow. I wish I had that energy that whole day, because holy cow, that was amazing. Next person, he kind of like more or less kind of talked about like what Crop, is, it's our people, finding our people and being surrounded by that, which it was a perfect talk, honestly, and just overall good vibes. It started off the morning with good vibes, Sign Logos, I believe I'm saying her name, is a videographer and photographer that came up next, and she was absolutely amazing. I mean, her work is quite beautiful, and her story is absolutely quite beautiful as well. And I think the main thing with these talks is just kind of like taking everyday things that you want to do and just kind of go. That was kind of like the main theme, if I had to kind of put one. I don't know if that was planned or not, but it was kind of more of a welcome change, especially for kind of things going my day to day as a teacher and doing this. It was kind of just a nice like push to kind of like, hey, just do it and see what happens kind of thing. With her, I really appreciate her talk overall, just kind of like, finding something and kind of going with it, her photography is absolutely beautiful. Like, I cannot express how beautiful her photography is, and half of it, I think she said, was on her cell phone, which is amazing. Joshua Noom is a graphic designer that I'm full on admiring now. Like, he's up there now. He's probably top 5. His work is this like beautiful like cartoony illustrative style, and he was just so down to earth, and his talk mainly was just like do the stuff and just not care. And I shouldn't say not care, but like do the stuff that won't pay. If I do a lot of work for my family in terms of like my parents, my sisters, and kind of just for me and my roommate for her business, for where she works at a veterinary clinic here in town. And I just do it. I don't expect pay, I don't expect anything. And he kind of does the same thing. And I kind of want to get to his level, obviously. I mean, his work is absolutely astonishing as an illustrator and designer. But I don't know, it was a beautiful talk, and I really just got a fire burnt in it. And like, I'm not doing something wrong. you know, because I won't lie. Because I don't work necessarily, like I'm not getting money from this graphic design stuff right now, even though I'm trying to get there, and I'm just building a portfolio at this moment in time and trying to push my designs further and trying to find my own thing. It was kind of nice to hear a humbling story like that, just because that's kind of where I'm at right now, you know? So, take a good look at him. His work is amazing, and he was so nice. I mean, I got a picture of him. Here it is right here. And we kind of got to talk a little bit, and I thank him, you know? The next speaker was Beth Matthews, and her story is incredible. And her art is this cool, retro kind of style, southern country kind of style, in my opinion. Her talk was much needed as well, if I'm going to be honest with you, because hers was just like kind of a similar thing with Joshua, but hers was more about the style and kind of like goals, you know. She was a big Wes Anderson film, you know, person, and she's a prop maker too, which is a freaking awesome. I would love to do a workshop like that, you know. But she takes designs and makes them this kind of like old school film style, and she got a chance to work, you know, for her favorite film director, and I'm just like, God, I hope I can do that someday, you know, work with, you know, Sabrina Carpenter, Eminem, you know, like my favorite musicians would be kind of where I would go, or even film would be absolutely amazing, but I'm definitely not there yet. I'm still, you know, trying, but, you know, it's just kind of like really wanting to put myself out there, and her stuff was absolutely amazing. There was another guy, Ram Reyes, which he's an influencer, and it was absolutely hilarious with him because I didn't really know this guy too much. His videos would pop up on my Instagram feed, and what was funny about it is just like, I know this guy. You know, that recognition of face. I'm like, he looks familiar. Then he did it, and I'm just like, that's where he's from. And his talk was absolutely hilarious. It was all about typography because that's his kind of thing. But it was just kind of fun, and he made some really good points about typography, especially in the world, especially with AI, because that was kind of a subject as well. And it's super, super fun to kind of like do some stuff. So really enjoyed his talk. Whitney Nettles, who kind of fellow Wisconsin. I have a lot of family in Wisconsin, so it's kind of fun to see. She kind of does like Beth in like this retro kind of style, but more like, I want to say 70s, 80s kind of vibes. Like very clean though. And her work was beautiful. Her story was beautiful. And just her overall kind of like do things big and kind of do it your own thing. You know, it was just, oh man. Like, there was just a weird theme with, like, hey, do this thing and just run with it. And somehow it turns into something with design, you know, into their business. And it's just, like, this kind of, like, weird thing that I've kind of noticed with all these talks, especially going through it, is just, like, overall, do something else and then try to do it, you know, and it kind of incorporate into your design. And that kind of leads me to my next speaker that I just had an amazing conversation with as well, which is Lauren Hom, who, I believe I'm saying that right. I hope I'm saying it right, so I do apologize, Ms. Lauren. But hers, I mean, she was, you know, a designer and wanted to do this cooking thing, which was, you know, kind of awesome. And then she kind of incorporated her design, and she does an amazing freaking typography with food. I cannot stress that enough. I do apologize. My dog is in the room with me. She's being cute right now, though. But she does an amazing thing with food that I cannot express. But yeah, it just overall amazing thing. Cannot express. She was extremely sweet. We had a little conversation. And I ate it up. Like, you know, it's true. She's an amazing person, amazing designer, and just absolutely just wonderful. The last, I believe, speakers were these guys their company's called Young Jerks, and they're a package and brand studio. Their work is absolutely hilarious, and they are as hilarious as their work in the most respectful way possible. They do things with humor, and their illustrations are absolutely amazing. And I love how they handle business, because it's not like, oh, let's be serious and do all this. No, they're real. And I think that's like the biggest thing about this whole conference that I have to kind of like get a point across, is as a first time person who's still, I would say, in the beginning stages of graphic design, I have to acknowledge the fact that like it is intimidating as hell, to deal with these people. And I just have to admit that I was just kind of like, oh my god, this is beautiful. And at the end of the night, we had a party, which was absolutely awesome. We were so nerdy. They had a competition with typography to make the word crop. And all of us were just standing and watching and being like, that's awesome. That's cool. That's vector. Oh, wow, cool. A bunch of geeky graphic design stuff, which was absolutely hilarious to watch. But good drinks and food. Thank you. And again, screen printing for the poster, which awesome. I got to make this. I'm so happy. But overall, an amazing experience, and I will definitely be going again. And I'm gonna try making it a yearly thing, honestly. But overall, if you're a first time goer, go to Crop. Go to Crater Southwest if you're closer there, because I cannot stress how I think important these things are, to be surrounded by people, like-minded people like this, and just overall, just a great experience. So that's kind of my opinions about Crop. Would love to discuss this more if you went and everything, but overall, thank you guys. If I can't believe I'm gonna ask this, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 100 subscribers by the end of the year. Okay, and I would love your opinions on what kind of videos you'd like, and kind of like your critiques, really. So, thank you guys again. I greatly appreciate it. Peace.